What's up, fellas? So today, one of my subscribers asked me, what's the biggest difference between a man and a woman? So right off the bat, if you're a man, you are at a deficit and at a disadvantage to hypergamy. Because if you understand a woman's dating hierarchy, she only dates up, breeds up, and marries up. And let's be honest, when a man is born, he's not going to have this type of status to override hypergamy. And not your average guy is going to look like an alpha chap. So the majority of the guys today, they're going to have a difficult time solving the reproductive problem. Because, let me break this down to you guys. A man's currency to a woman is his resources, his social intelligence, his creative intelligence, his experience, his communication, and his fitness. Because 70% of the US population is obese or morbidly overweight. So with the things that I just mentioned, these things take time to develop. So men, they mature a lot slower than women because it takes time to grow financially, spiritually, mentally, and physically. But a woman, she does not care about this man's process. She does not care about a man's struggle. She only cares about the results. That's where that line comes in where you hear women, they only stand at the finish line and pick the winners. So a woman, she matures a lot faster than a man. So this is why you see women, they tend to date guys who are 2 to 5 years older statistically. Do you know why? These older guys, they have the resources, they have the communication skills, they have the experience, they have the money that fits into her hypergamy. It satisfies her hypergamy. See, when a man is born, he does not have resources, he does not have game. See, you don't wake up the next morning and just be Jeff Bezos. So a man, he must become something. A man, he must become, and women, they just are. This is why I always tell you guys to become the best version of yourselves. Grow financially, get on your purpose, grow financially, spiritually, mentally, and physically. Because if you guys do not do any of these things, I promise you, hypergamy is going to fucking steamroll you. It's going to pancake you. Because hypergamy is designed to wipe out all the weak beta males. So this is why you have all these black pill guys. They're like, oh, we're doomed. It's over for us. They just cry and complain about female nature. Well, guess fucking what? Female nature does not care. They're still gonna go out, suck as dicks, and replicate the alphas. The guys who are CEOs, the guys who are ambitious, the guys who are successful, the guys who are businessmen, engineers. They want to replicate that alpha. Because as a man, you have to figure out a way to get around the loophole of the cold hard truths of hypergamy. So I'm gonna give you guys an example. See, a skinny guy who looks like a bag of bones. But the reason why she's with him because he uses creative intelligence to become a guitar player for a popular band. Or a guy who looks like a 5, he looks like Jackie Chan. He knows a little bit of karate, but he has social intelligence. He's hella funny, he's hella charismatic, he's popular. So a guy, you have to figure out a way to get around the cold hard truths of hypergamy. See, a man, he must become. Women just are. A man's currency is his resources, his creative intelligence, social intelligence, and his fitness. But a woman's currency to a man is her looks, her purity, and her beauty. So this is why a woman's SMV, they tend to peak at the ages of 21 through 25. This is when women are fresh meat, when they're young and pretty. But a man's SMV peak is when he's at the age of 35 because it takes a man longer to mature than a woman. So since men must become and women just are, a man, he's got to learn conversation skills. He needs to be funny. He needs to crack jokes. He needs to become a dancing monkey and entertain these bitches. But a woman, think about it. A woman, she does not need to have conversation skills. She does not need to be a dancing monkey. She does not need to be funny. All she needs to do is have a pair of tits that do not look like sweet potatoes. All she needs is to have a decent looking vagina, and she will have 100 trillion dicks being thrown at her. Because think about it. How do women get into the clubs for free? It's because of her looks. How do women get into bottle service, concerts, VIP access to concerts? It's because of her looks. See, think about it. Bella Thorne, she made $100 million on OnlyFans in one day. Amanda Holt made $100,000 in a week on OnlyFans. This just proves my theory, because a woman's currency to a man is her looks, her femininity, her beauty, and her purity. And that's going to be a lot of problems for girls, because nowadays these girls are professional cream gobblers. They're getting ran through. And let me tell you guys something. Me dating and being around a lot of gorgeous women, guys, I have receipts. I show you guys. I walk the walk and I talk the talk. And let me tell you guys what I've learned from my experiences. See, being around a lot of these gorgeous girls, they know that they have the looks, because all these simps and these guys, they just hand everything to them. So most of these girls, they're going to be brats. So sometimes you just say hello to them, they just want to incinerate you with a flamethrower.
Gasnaj kurka! Kуда ją kupił?
See, when I take these girls out on dates, what I notice about these pretty girls, they're really good to look at. You know, those boobs and those ass is impeccable, but the conversation is so dry. See, these girls, the things that come out of their mouth, it's like they're not that intelligent. Man, it's like some of these girls have a bird brain. They can't not identify left and right. 2 plus 2 to them is potatoes.
A potato flew around.
It's like I'm talking to a rock. But if she has an ass that is fat, baby, you know where I'm at. And the next thing that differentiates a man and a woman is that a woman, she's always going to have more options than a man. Because if you guys take a girl and she is an 8 on the look scale, and if you take a guy who is an 8 on the look scale, who do you guys think is going to have more ass cheeks thrown at them? The woman. Because I want to show you guys this tweet. This proves my theory exactly, because I want you guys to read this. Once I fulfill my sexual fantasies, then I'll think about getting married. So let me translate this to you guys in womanese. I want to go out and suck as many dicks as possible, and I want to be a professional cream gobbler, because she knows that she has the options. This girl is very good looking. She probably has guys flying her out from city to city. And when she's in these cities, do you guys think she's in those cities just sitting at the hotel reading the Bible? Absolutely not. She's going out sucking dicks from city to city. Because women at this age, 20 to 25, they're at their prime. All of them are single. See, I have a friend. She is a 9. And she made an online dating profile for a week. And in those weeks, she had over 2,000 messages being thrown at her. That is 2,000 dicks being thrown at her. This is why when you guys message girls online, they don't reply to you, because they have too many dicks to respond to. So, women at this age, they're going to utilize their youth, because a lot of women, they walk around like they're God Almighty. But when they start to hit the wall,
You look like a motherfucking
the wall is forever undefeated. When she realizes that her looks are starting to deteriorate, she's getting older, her boobs look like a piece of sweet potatoes, that she can't date the guys she used to when she was younger. Her coochie has been destroyed and washed up. It does not squirt anymore. It just squirts out dust, poof out magic dust. Now she wants to settle for the beta male because she wants the beta male to clean up after the mess she made in her 20s. Now the beta male gets the leftovers. So hopefully all you beta males, you better get your microwave ready because you're going to heat up a lot of Chad's leftovers. And the next thing that separates a man and a woman is that a man's first instinct is going to be logic, reason, then emotion last. Well, for some. See, 2 plus 2 to a man is 4. And to some of you guys who did not pass algebra,
21.
But a woman's first instinct. See, a woman would tend to prioritize her emotions before her logic. See, a woman's mathematical equation is 2 plus 2 to her is potatoes.
A potato flew around my...
Just because she is feeling potatoes that day. Women are more emotionally driven based. So since women are emotional, they want to feel heard and understood. So this is why you see a lot of women, they tend to be more into people. They like to socialize. So this is why you see a lot of women, when they get into problems, they go talk to their friends about it. So since they're more into people, what women tend to do is they tend to work in fields such as nurses, teachers, counselors. Think about it. All your teachers has been a female. But men, since men are more logical and reason-based, men are visual. They're into things. See, when a man gets upset, he wants to just get away from everybody. He focuses on basketball to get things off his mind. He plays, video games. He goes into sports. He wants to be alone. He's into things. So since men are more visual and more into things, this is why men choose profession as construction. Men tend to like sports because that's a thing. Athletes, they want to dribble a basketball because it's a thing. They want to be engineers, computers, because computers is a thing. Because men are visual. The first thing they see in a woman is her tits, her face, and her looks. But women, they fall in love with their ears. They need to feel heard and understood. And that's the biggest difference between a man and a woman. And the last thing on the list, see, a man will change for a woman, but a woman will never change for a man. See, hypergamy does not seek love. Hypergamy only seeks to satisfy her own needs. See, this is why you hear the line, women, they do not care about a man's process. They only care about the results. They only stand at the finish line and pick the winners. Because how men and women fall in love. Men, they fall in love idealistically. But a woman, she falls in love opportunistically. See, a woman does not care how much you invest in her. A woman does not care how much emotionally and financially you invest in her. If you do not satisfy her hypergamy needs, she will move on to the next higher value male, because women are emotional. They only care what's in the present. See, a woman can never love a man on how he wants to be loved. That's what you guys need to understand. That man and woman, they fall in love different. Women, they fall in love due to hypergamy. Can this guy provide? Can this guy protect? Can this guy be a good provider for my children? I call that the 3 P's. So if a man does not satisfy her hypergamy, you better best believe that he's the first thing smoking. And just a couple last things I want to throw in here before I end this video. So how men and women fight, men tend to fight in the physical, women tend to fight in the psychological warfare. Men and women, how they communicate is, men, we are direct because we're logical, but women, they're indirect. So they like to beat around the bush. This is why when you see a woman say one thing, but she does the opposite. So fellas, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'm out of here.